Monterey Car Week is upon us. If you're a car person, this is one of the best weeks of the entire year because we get really new and exciting supercars and hypercars and some sports cars from, the world's most prestigious manufacturers. And we already know about some things that we're going to for sure be seeing this week and this weekend. So let's talk about what we already know about, what I know about that maybe you might not know about yet, and get ready to enjoy this Monterey Car Weekend. I'll be making videos all weekend long as soon as new cars come out so you guys can learn everything you need to know about them and hear my takes on them, of course, as well. And I want to hear your takes as well, so please comment on all these videos for me. Let me know what you think of these new cars we're getting. Subscribe for me if you're not already. Let's get into what we know so far about this year's Monterey Car Week. When I'm filming this video, we haven't even started any of the events at Monterey Car Week yet, and there's already been another road legal Lamborghini Sesto Elemento spotted driving around, which is absolutely insane. If you don't remember from last year, the first ever road legal Sesto Elemento was all around Car Week, and now a second one just out of nowhere this year is insane. I've seen pictures of Zonda Cinques getting shipped out there and Bugatti Mistrals. There's going to be insane hypercar spotting this year, no doubt. So if you're at Monterey Car Week, keep your head on the swivel because you never know what you might see. And while the car spotting is of course great and one of the major focal points of Monterey Car Week, the new hypercar and supercar releases is really what's going to grab the headlines. So let's talk about what we know is coming so far. So first up, we know Bentley is expected to launch a new car this week. Not a lot of people know what it is, but I think I do know what it is. It's going to be a Porsche Macan EV-based Bentayga, essentially, but it's going to be smaller than a Bentayga because remember, it's built on the electric Porsche Macan chassis. Now, I happen to love Bentley, and this could not be more disappointing to me than pretty much anything else they could make. I know they're working on a Cayenne-sized, or the Cayenne EV-based Bentayga as well. That's a little better, but it's still not. It's just boring if you're actually a car person that's actually into Bentleys. The new Bentayga Speed is one of the best cars on the market, period. I know they're working on the next generation Bentayga. It's probably still a couple years out. I don't even know why they're making this Macan EV. I mean, it's selling terribly for Porsche. It's probably going to sell even worse for Bentley. This is coming. I want you to know it's coming this week, but I'm not excited for it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. If you have questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll answer them for you. But that's what we know is coming from Bentley this week for sure. They might have some bespoke, maybe Continental GT-based car that they are doing for clients as well. We don't know anything like that at this time. The only thing I know for sure, electric-based Bentayga, smaller Bentayga, essentially SUV. Now that we got that boring news out of the way, let's stick with the letter B, Bugatti. Bugatti have actually shown us basically their biggest launch, I would assume, for this year, ahead of the actual Car Week events, the Bugatti Destrier. Sounds a lot like Destroyer to me. It essentially is a road-legal Bugatti Bolide, which if you don't know, the Bolide is Bugatti's 1 of 40, $5 million track-only W16 hypercar, hyper-track car. Absolutely insane. Coolest looking thing maybe any company's ever made. And someone, through Bugatti's special one-off program, this is only their third project in the Bugatti one-off program, if you don't know, have had a road-legal version of a Bolide made. The car's got, nice leather inside and bespoke materials. The outside looks more road-friendly than a Bolide does, but the car is still super low. You still have to fall into the seats because they're really part of the carbon chassis, essentially. So while this car is road-legal, and I'm sure it'll do some road driving, it's not exactly a, Audi A5 replacement. It's not your everyday run around to the store stuff, but it is road-legal if you want to do so. So cool looking. We don't really know anything else coming from Bugatti this week. Maybe we'll get an update on the Tourbillon, or maybe a Tourbillon, another special edition or something like they did the Pure Sang pack last year. But we know Bugatti probably will be showing in person, I would imagine, this Bugatti Destrier one-off car, showcasing what they're really capable of doing and just keeping the brand at top prestigious levels while they work on developing the new Tourbillon. So probably the most mainstream supercar we're going to see this week that we know about is the Lamborghini Revuelto SV. Now, I've made a whole dedicated video to this because I know a lot about the car already, and I'm also making a Lamborghini Revuelto Roadster, what's going on there with Lamborghini in general video. So go check that out if you haven't already, because that's a really informative video, and you might be a little confused when you see the Revuelto SV if you don't see those videos, so go check those out. I'll try and recap this quickly in case you're a subscriber and you've already seen those videos, but basically 1,065 to 1,100-ish horsepower, more aero, already set a couple lap records at some racetracks, probably going to attempt a Nürburgring record. I'm hearing just under 2,000 units will be made. Only coupes is what we're hearing at this time. Go check out my Revuelto Roadster video if you want to know why. Will it be as fast as a ZR1X in a straight line? Probably not, but it'll probably be more fun to drive than like a Ferrari SF90XX or something like that. I think that's where Lamborghini's angle is with this car. But very cool nonetheless. Revuelto SV probably will be the most popular supercar of this car week, but there is something very cool coming from McLaren we're going to talk about right now that could rival it. Now, I've got to be a little careful what I say about this one because I know a little more than the public does at this time that I can't talk about. The public does know McLaren is going to be making a manual supercar. Now, McLaren have not made a manual since the McLaren F1 from, 30 years ago at this point. So this is a really big deal. I mean, McLaren's made a fantastic dual clutch gearbox on all their cars since they've reintroduced supercars back in 2011 with the MP412C, but they're venturing into a manual this time. Now, McLaren's done some pretty crazy stuff the last couple years. I mean, they made the Solus GT, which had a V10 engine out of nowhere. No one even knew this car was coming, let alone expected a V12 Judd racing engine to be in it. So the fact they're putting a manual in a car isn't that surprising to me. I expect it to be a real manual too. I don't think it's going to be like one of these, fake manuals people are calling them, like what Ferrari has. Sounds like a real manual McLaren supercar will be coming. It's not public yet what engine will be in the car. I mean, McLaren's really only done a twin-turbo V8 so far, but they've also got that V10 in the Solus GT. Who knows if we'll see that somehow work into a road car? You never know. They do have the 6-cylinder in the Artura as well. That would be kind of funky to pair to a manual. You would think if they're going to go manual to go with one of their bigger engines, but anything's possible. We still haven't seen an Artura LT, and maybe there's a reason behind that. Maybe we'll see why at Monterey Car Week. I don't know that for sure. I just know we're going to be seeing that manual supercar this week, and there's rumors of a McLaren SUV. We haven't seen anything about that. I don't really expect to see that this week. I feel like that would have maybe leaked or something ahead of time. But for sure, a manual supercar, which how cool is that from McLaren? We don't know if this will be kind of like a 720 level replacement car, or if this is just going to be like, a really limited thing. There's not a lot of public info about numbers and where this slots in the lineup, but we know a manual McLaren will be coming. That's insane, since we haven't had one of those since the McLaren F1. So that's a really big deal for this year's Monterey Car Week. So far we've covered Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, and McLaren. 4 of the biggest brands on the planet, but we're not done. We know Koenigsegg is showing something as well. I don't expect this to be a Jesko replacement just yet. I expect this to be more something like a CC850, which was like the first really hypercar supercar to reintroduce a manual transmission in a long time. Even if it was kind of like a, they called it like a light speed manual, something like that, where it was simulating a manual basically, a lot like the Ferrari 12 Cilindri Manuale just did as well. But Koenigsegg did it a few years ago on a hypercar, really cool. Looks like, their CCX hypercar that basically started the company, but on a CC850. I think we're going to see something like that from them this week. There's not a lot of details on this, to be honest with you. I've looked, I haven't been able to find much other than Koenigsegg's teaser post on it. I don't really know anybody in the Koenigsegg ecosystem or family that I can ask about this at this time. So if you do know, let me know. But I know something from Koenigsegg is coming this week. It'll be interesting to see what it is. Probably something really rare and limited. They just made the Satyr Spear a few months ago, which is, the last 30 Jeskos basically. They already made the last Jesko attack a few weeks ago, I believe, as well. So we're getting close to the end of the Jesko, and I do think we'll see, Koenigsegg's next flagship hypercar pretty soon. And I'm also expecting an entry-level Koenigsegg to come out at some point. The Gemera, I think, will probably be their main production product for the next few years, which is fine by me, because that, to me, is a super cool car, 4-seat hypercar, 2,300 horsepower, sign me up. This week, I'm expecting something very driver-focused from Koenigsegg. I'm expecting we'll see some more of the Audi Nuvolari up close. I mean, it's really only been shown in Europe to customers so far, so this will be the American debut of the Nuvolari, essentially. So hopefully we'll maybe see some more spec options about that, and I've heard rumors there might be like a Nuvolari, GT, similar to what the R8 GT was, where there'll be like a more racing-inspired version as well at some point. So perhaps we'll see something like that, but I think they need to sell the regular Nuvolaris first. I think it's a super cool car, but it's $700,000 US. It's kind of steep for what it is. Let's be real, it is a Lamborghini Temerario underneath, so is it worth that premium? Maybe. I like it a lot, but I'm a big Audi guy, so in today's supercar market, $700,000 apparently means nothing, because everything is $1 million right now. So maybe Audi will have no trouble selling these Nuvolaris, who knows. I'd love to see something from Aston Martin this week. I don't know for sure if they're going to be launching anything, but I'd like to see something. Maybe a Vanquish S or something like that. They've done the DB12S, they've done the Vantage S, so maybe we'll see a Vanquish S, something like that. The new DBX I don't think will be ready this year, so maybe another year or two on that. That's really all we know for sure is coming this week. I'm going to be making, basically live reaction videos to these cars as they come out, and anything new that comes out, I'll try to get a video out for you right away. And maybe I'll try making a video like this one after Monterey Car Week, kind of recapping what did come out and what I think of them. And so if you can't, tune into every video, or you want like a summary video at the end of the weekend, stay on the lookout for that. I'll try to get it out, early next week or late this weekend itself. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for me so you never miss car content before it comes out. I try to do rumor videos like this for you guys all the time. Go check out my last few videos about the Lamborghini Revueltos that are coming, the SV, and if there's a convertible coming. I also made a video about the convertible G-Wagon recently, and an upcoming Audi RSQ5, which maybe we'll see that this weekend, who knows. So like the video for me, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss when my videos come out, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next Exotic Anonymous video.